Our first Bob White senior this evening, number 12, Gordon LaRiviere. Joining Gordon on field this evening is his dad, James, mother, Tracy, and his sister, Sylvie. Our next Bob White senior, number 21, Joshua Anderson. Joining Josh on field this evening is his dad, Seth, mom, Karen, sisters, Mary and Caroline, brother, Andrew, grandparents, Peter and Sharon, aunt and uncles, Sandy and Dave, and the rest of the Anderson family. Our next Bob White senior, number 24, Jared Helms. Joining Jared on field this evening is his dad, Kevin, mom, Melissa, and his brother, Ryder. Next, number 44, Jaden Fletcher. Joining Jaden on field this evening is his mom, Natalie, brother, Jansen, and Andy and Jimmo. Our next Bob White football senior, number 51, Evan Judd. Joining Evan on field this evening is his dad, JJ, and his brother, Connor. Next up, number 52, Wyatt Trombley. Joining Wyatt on field this evening is his dad, Matt, and his mother, Gina. Next up for your BFA Bob Whites, number 53, Marcus McConnell. Joining Marcus on field this evening is his dad, Jason, mother, Jennifer, and brother, Matthias. Our next Bob White senior, number 60, Landon Corrigan. Joining Landon this evening on the field is his dad, Jason, mother, Kristen, and his siblings. Our next BFA Bob White senior, number 70, Tate Archimbo. Joining Tate down on field this evening is his dad, Gene, mom, Jen, and his brothers, Ben and Emmett. Our next Bob White senior, number 71, Michael Araldi. Joining Michael on field this evening is Dad Casey, Mom Melissa, and bonus dad, Rob. Our next Bob White senior, number 80, Mason Mercure. Joining Mason on field this evening is his sister Kelsey, brother-in-law Adam, Aunt Mary Jane, and uncles Don and John. And our final BFA Bob White senior, number 88, Corey McNulty. Joining Corey on field this evening is his dad Keith and mom Sarah. On behalf of the BFA department,
Second half.
Live from the Collins Pearly Sports Center, you're watching BFA Bob White football. Good evening, everyone. Tate Brooks, Joe Luna on hand as the BFA Bob Whites have senior night here on a beautiful fall evening in St. Albans, playing host to Rutland. Rutland, Joe, comes into tonight's game 5-1 overall. Bob White's still looking for the first victory of the season, but hey, beautiful evening for football.
Hey, this is Bob White's home finale this year, and we've had a nice night for all four of them.
Yeah. Beautiful backdrop here as the colors are in full orange and red background here.
We'll see what the Bob Whites can conjure up, coming off a near miss in Mount Mansfield last week.
Yeah, good point, Joe. So the Bob Whites on the road last week came away with a one touchdown loss to the Mount Mansfield Cougars. And, yes, it wasn't the win they were hoping for, but hopefully, Joe, they can carry some of that momentum for having a couple of touchdowns and a close game here tonight. With that, though, we'll pause momentarily for the national anthem. Welcome back, everyone. Tate Brooks, Joe Luno on hand. And, Joe, so good close game for the Bob Whites last week, but, again, they're going to have a true test this evening against Rutland. Always a very well-coached team by longtime head coach Mike Norman. As I mentioned, they come into tonight's game 5-1 and looking to lock down probably a number 2 seed here in Division I, as it looks like CVU has everything more or less locked up for Division I if they take care of business.
Yeah, we'll see. And when Burlington, South Burlington were here a couple weeks ago, the Bob Whites were had some issues with their snapping, so we'll look for some improvement there. And hey, the Bob Whites just need to work on their game, and we'll see if we can see some incremental improvement tonight.
So Bob White's set to receive here to start things off. Porter Sweeney back deep for BFA, stands around his own 10-yard line.
Wind appears to be no factor at this time.
No wind at all here this evening.
Unusual at the Collins Pearly.
Wyatt Fuller to kick things off here for Rutland. He'll take a good 10-yard run for his kickoff, end-over-end kick on the far side of the field, picked up by Sweeney in the air. Sweeney lowers his shoulder and drives ahead, still on his feet, and down to the BFA 35-yard line.
Nice effort after the initial contact by Sweeney there, Tate, picking up an extra 6 or 7 yards anyway.
So the Bob White offense takes the field, led by quarterback Gordon LaRiviere. LaRiviere into the huddle here. Bob White's looking at a 1st and 10, getting nose of the football on their own 35-yard line.
We'll see if the Bob Whites are playing out of the shotgun again tonight.
Josh Anderson splits out wide here to the near side. Is shotgun formation here for BFA. Handoff here to the near side, and stutter step is Davian Jones, and Jones picks up 5, maybe 6 on the carry, Joe. So good start there on the first play of the game.
Hey, we'll take it. It really didn't look like there was a lot there, but Jones is able to squirt that out and get a few yards. Nice way to start the series.
As we noted, it is senior night here at BFA. 12 seniors playing their last home games. Davian Jones, a sophomore, though, picking up those 6 yards. It's going to be a 2-receiver set here to the near side. And a handoff again on that far side. And Davian Jones going to pick up a couple more. Joe looks to be just short of the first down.
Yeah, the first play ran over the left side. We're on the over a right tackle there, and not quite as much success, Tate, but still a positive play.
Sets up a 3rd and call it 2. 11 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Riviere makes his way back into the huddle here. 3rd and short for the Bob Whites. Again, Lee Anderson split out wide here to the near side. Jonas Wagner splits out wide on the far side of the field. There's a snap. Handoff straight ahead once again to Sweeney, and Sweeney stacked up and doesn't look like he got it, Joe.
No, he got the line of scrimmage, maybe a little more. It's going to bring up a 4th and short.
Call it 4th and 1, 4th and 1.5, and decision time here for BFA. Ball spotted again at their own 44-yard line. Again, Bob Whites, I wouldn't be shocked if they go for it here. Trying to pick up some early momentum.
I would agree with that, and they've had relative terms of reasonable success in these situations.
Bring out the wishbone backfield here, Joe. Handoff straight ahead to the second man through, looking to drive ahead, and he's going to be close. I think he may be just short, though.
We'll see where they spot it.
First time we've seen the wishbone backfield for the Bob Whites, and indeed they are short, and the offense will turn things over on downs.
All right, Bob White's defense in the field for the first time this evening. We'll see what we got, Tate.
Rutland's lone loss of the season coming in overtime at Essex.
They're going to start this drive at about the Bob White's 43.
Shotgun formation, handoff here to the man in motion. That's LaFrancis, and LaFrancis gets strung out to the outside. Very little pickup.
Looked like number 22, Jonas Wagner, just followed him to the sideline and didn't let him come around, Tate. It's a nice open for the Bob Whites.
Giovanni Spalarian at quarterback takes a snap. Fumbles on the play, loses a handle on it, picks it up, though, and has a gap, takes a big hit. He loses it again. Ball is on the ground. BFA signaling they have it. Waiting for the officials, and they do.
They do that second fumble take coming on a hit applied by Davion Jones.
So Jones forces the fumble, and just like that, the Bob White offense back out on the field. 9-13 showing on the scoreboard here in the first quarter.
All right, so Bob White's showing a little bit of life early on here, Tate. This will be their second offensive series. We'll see what they can conjure up.
Corey McNulty splits out wide here to the near side. Trips formation on the top side of your screen. Looking downfield for McNulty here on the feed pattern and up and out of bounds. Just off the outstretched fingertips of McNulty. Just a little too high for him.
Number 17, Rutland defender, looked like he had a little hand on McNulty's back, but there's no flag on the play. McNulty has been on the receiving end of 2 of the 3 Bob White touchdowns this season.
Sets up a 2nd and 10 here for BFA. Bob White's back to their traditional gold helmets, green uniforms, gold numbering, green pants here this evening. It's going to be a counter here to the near side, and there's a little bit of a hole. That's Jonas Wagner picking up a couple, maybe 3 on the carry.
Jonas Wagner out the left tackle, gain of a couple, brings up 3rd down and 8 to go.
Call it 3rd and 8. Under 9 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Bob White still looking for their first down here. If you're just tuning in.
I think we're still looking for the first down of the game so far, Tate. Total.
This is true. 3 receivers set for BFA. That's Wagner split out on the far side of the field for you. Rutland shows blitz. Bob White's hitting in the air. Ball is fired up and intercepted. Intercepted by Rutland. Wyatt Fuller. Fuller takes it down the sideline before he's forced out of bounds at the BFA 30. So back-to-back turnovers on the last 2 drives for these 2 teams. Rutland offense back out on the field here. Showing just showing an I formation in the backfield. Handoff will go to the second back through with a stiff arm is Jaden Graham, and Graham is tackled after a minimal gain.
Hey, 22, Jonas Wagner held him back there. Nice play by Wagner, Tate. Went away for him to hang in there.
Wagner brings Graham down after a minimal gain. Call it 3, brings up 2nd down and 7.
Oh, big hole here for Rutland.
Handoff and taking it the distance is number 28 for a Rutland touchdown.
Like Grady Gallagher.
Grady Gallagher takes it 30 yards for the score. So the Bob White defense caught napping. Joe was actually looking down at the roster, making an adjustment on it, and thank you for picking up the play call there.
There was just a big gaping hole in the left side, Tate, and Gallagher just ran right through it.
Snap here for Rutland. There it is. Kick is up, and Fuller's kick is good. No good.
Wide right.
Wide right. With that, we'll take a quick timeout. With 7:45 remaining here in the first quarter, our score, Rutland 6, BFA 0. You're watching BFA Bob White football on Northwest Access TV. Welcome back, everyone, here to the Collins Pearly Sports Center in St. Albans. Tate Brooks, Joe Luna on hand. Rutland with a 6-0 lead. Fuller to kick away here for Rutland. Booming kick. Porter Sweeney goes back to his right, fields it in the end zone, puts his hand down, and that's going to be an automatic touchback. So very nice kick with Fuller. As we made note earlier, Joe, no wind, no breeze here this evening. So Fuller showing off his leg there.
And I think the Bob Whites did well to get the touchback there, Tate.
Yeah.
You know, whether that was intentional or not, taking that ball out of the end zone, I don't know if there was a good opportunity there.
So Bob White's with their 3rd offensive series here in the first quarter, trying to get something going. Josh Anderson splits out wide on the far side of the field. Shotgun formation here for the Bob Whites. Handoff here to the near side, and cutting across the grain is, I believe, Davion Jones. Jones maybe picks up 1.
Yeah, Jones bounced that back to the inside. He saw nothing where the play was designed, and, well, you got something positive out of it.
Two receivers set here to the near side. 2 receivers set to the far side of the field. LaRiviere takes the snap. Hands off in the backfield and nowhere to go for Davion Jones. He'll lose a couple on the play. Just too much penetration up front.
Yeah, so we're back into a 3rd and long situation here, Tate. Fairly obvious passing down for the Bob Whites.
Well, Rutland defense realizes that as well.
I think the whole stadium realizes that, Tate.
So here we go, 3rd and 10. Bob Whites are going to roll a 3-receiver set here to the near side. Jones in the backfield. They got motion now in the backfield by Anderson. There's a snap. Looking here to the near side, and ball is almost caught. Looking for Wagner, who almost came up with a nice one-handed catch, but unable to pull it down.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm the only one that saw Wagner get contact before that ball came from Rutland number 20.
Well,
took him right out of his route.
I can tell you who didn't see it.
I mean, come on. Jeez.
Rutland going to put 2 punt returners back. Callan Wood and Wyatt Fuller. Rabtoy to kick away on the punt. Takes the high snap, gets it down. Nice punt over on the far side to Fuller, who fields it right after 50. Turns it upfield. Fuller to the 40. Stutter step, still on his feet, and Fuller finally taken down, and a flag flies in. May have face mask, horse collar tackle. I don't know. The flag came in right at the tackle.
The tackle was around the waist. I don't know. It's going to be against the Bob Whites, like you said, Tate.
First penalty of the evening. Personal foul, face mask against BFA. So that's 15 yards from the spot of the ball, which is, call it the 35. So it should mark it down around the 20. So Rutland on their second drive here, playing with a short field.
Well, we say the Bob White's defensive unit's batting 1 for 2 so far tonight. We'll see what they can come up with here.
I formation. Hand off to the second man through. That's Graham. And Jaden Graham picks up, maybe call it 5 on the carry.
Graham on the carry, in about 5, back in the hole by number 51, Evan Judd.
Judd on the tackle. More of a Delaware wing tee backfield now. Handoff again to Graham, and Graham over on that far side, getting close to the first down.
And Tate, looks like we have a little pattern here. I think Rutland's just going to keep running to the left side of that line until somebody stops them. That's a third play in a row they run in the same spot.
5:16 remaining here in the first quarter. Leon Wood over here to split out wide to the near side, and again, hand off to Graham straight up the middle, and Graham only needed 1, picks up maybe 2 or 3, and that is going to be a Rutland first down.
Graham once again on the carry, brought down by number 71, Michael Giraldi. Result of the play.
And it is going to be first and goal here for Rutland with 4:48 remaining in the first quarter. Wood splits out wide here to the near side. I formation in the background. Play action pass, looking under heavy pressure. Getting away, though, and pass is completed upfield, short of the goal line. That's Ethan Wiley on the reception.
There were a couple of Bob Whites in the ballpark there, Tate. Just didn't quite get to the quarterback.
So it sets up a second and goal at around, call it the 8. Again, I formation in the backfield here for Rutland. There's a snap. Hand off to Graham on that far side, and Graham kind of sneaks his way for 5 yards on the carry, setting up a third and goal from about the 5. Sweeney on the tackle for BFA. go with a full house backfield here. Does Rutland. Long count on 3rd and goal from the 5. Hand off to the third man through, and he's got all sorts of running room out to the far side for a Rutland touchdown. Grady Gallagher from 5 yards out, and Rutland doubles their lead.
That's Gallagher's second touchdown of the quarter, Tate.
But, Joe, you picked up on it. You know, obviously Rutland sees something on that far side of the field, their left side, and have been fairly consistent moving the ball in that direction.
That's where both their touchdowns have been, and that's where they've gained most of their yardage. I mean, the Bob Whites in the center in the near side just appear to be more effective in the early going here.
Fuller's kick is up, and this one is good. Our score with 3:59 remaining in the first quarter is Rutland 13, BFA 0. You're watching BFA Bob White football on Northwest Access TV. Welcome back, everyone, here to the Collins Pearly Sports Center in St. Albans. Tate Brooks, Joe Luno on hand. Again, Rutland with the lead. Let's take a moment to thank our community sponsors that make our live sports coverage possible. Splish Splash Clean and Clear, Northwestern Rehab Services, Notch, Vermont, My Healthy Vermont, Stone's Auto, St. Albans and East Fairfield, JC Image, and Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness Center. Fuller back to kick away once again here for Rutland. There it is, over on the far side of the field. Bob White's going to let it go out of bounds, so that will be a penalty. And I believe, Joe, they'll get the ball at the 35-yard line.
Hey, it's not a bad starting place. We'll see if the Bob Whites can't string a little bit of success together in this series.
Will be spotted at the 35-yard line where BFA begins their drive. First down and 10 to go.
There we go. 1st and 10 for BFA. Josh Anderson splits out wide here to the near side. Again, ball spotted at their own 35-yard line. There's a snap. Handoff straight ahead and not a whole lot there. Sweeney on the carry, call it no gain.
Second down, 10 to go.
All right, let's see what the Bob Whites can come up with here, Tate.
It was a battle of two undefeated teams this afternoon, Joe. BFA Fairfax and Rice. Rice was undefeated in Division II. BFA Fairfax undefeated in Division III. And I'll let folks know that score momentarily. Handoff once again on that far side to Davian Jones for a loss of 3 on the carry. And it was BFA Fairfax coming away, the Division III team, over Rice with the big win, 20-14. So BFA Fairfax, again, undefeated in Division III and looking like they'll be in a good shape for a solid run to a potential Division III football championship this season.
Hey, that's wonderful. Good for them. I know they've won at least one that I'm aware of. So I recall speaking with their coach at the time, Mr. Dick Hebert, right after that game.
Sets up 3rd and 13, 3 receiver set here for BFA. There's a snap, back to pass, under pressure, fires it deep downfield. It's a jump ball, and it is caught! Caught by Josh Anderson, leaping high into the air. The senior comes down with it at the BFA 39-yard line.
Yeah, I think it's actually at the Rutland 39, Tate.
Yes, excuse me. So the big senior on senior night with the catch. Bob White's with a big 3rd down conversion there. Get back to the line quickly. Snap again, handoff on that far side, lots of penetration, and Porter Sweeney going to lose a few on that. Just nowhere to run on that far side, Joe.
There was nowhere for him to run, Tate. That pretty well sums it up.
Sets up a second and about 14. 2 minutes showing on the scoreboard here in the first quarter. Again, beautiful fall evening here at the Collins Pearly Sports Center.
Like the Valley checking back into the field, getting some instruction from the sideline.
McNulty splits out wide here to the near side. That's Wagner in the slot here to the near side. 4 receivers set. Rutland showing blitz on the near side. Under pressure. Ball is up, and it's going to be a jump ball for McNulty, and no flag on the play. There it is.
There was all kinds of contact there, Tate.
I was wondering where it was. It came a little late, but no doubt about that pass interference. And head coach Mike Norman probably not happy over on the Rutland sideline, but his unhappiness really needs to be with his defensive back.
I can tell you the D-back for Rutland was giving up all kinds of size to McNulty there.
So the penalty bails the Bob Whites out of looking at a potential 3rd and 15. That will be a first down. Best offensive series for the Bob Whites this evening. He'll mark the ball at the Rutland, call it 29-yard line. La Riviere makes his way back into the huddle here for BFA. Josh Anderson splits out wide on the far side. 2 receivers set on that far side of the field. La Riviere, play action, tosses it up for McNulty, who has it go in and out of his hands. Well defended there by Fuller, by Rutland.
Almost executed the play. Ball was just looked like maybe overthrown just a hair, like a half a step. It's very close.
Just a touch. So a good play call by the Bob White offense, just not quite able to execute.
Yeah, it was a nice play action fake there, Tate.
Wouldn't be shocked to see Bob White's come back to that play call later in this game. Down to 124 remaining here in the first quarter. Again, if you're just tuning in, Rutland with a 13-0 lead. Bob White's going to go with a trips 3-receiver formation here to the near side. La Riviere takes a snap. Little screen here to the near side and off the hands of Jonas Wagner. Just pass a little too far upfield. Sets up a 3rd and 10.
It's like number 80, Mason Mercure checking in. Wagner to the sideline for this 3rd and long, Tate. Particularly last season, we saw Mercure with a lot of clutch catches in these sorts of scenarios.
McNulty split out wide and Rutland showing
Got
blitz.
some movement.
And that's going to be an easy call as the Bob Whites switched up their cadence on offense. They'll pick up a free 5 yards and make this a much more manageable 3rd and 5.
I will say, Tate, the Bob Whites with no procedural penalties here so far tonight. You know, we've seen a lot of drives become stressed this year because of things that just didn't need to happen.
That's a good point, Joe. And now we've got a whistle and a timeout taken by BFA. With that, we'd also like to thank Northwestern Counseling and Support Services and the Afterglow Foundation. The two organizations have been working to prevent suicide deaths in our community. If you are concerned about yourself or a loved one, there are people in our community that can help. Reach out to NCSS 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And you can use their confidential emergency services line at 802-524-6554. And press 1, or you can always text 988. One call, text, or a chat could save a life. Bob White's on the road next week to conclude the season. They'll play at Essex. Again, Essex, the lone team to hang a loss on Rutland this season. That game coming in overtime a few weekends ago.
All right, we're going to continue to play the 3rd and 5 with 1:21 on the clock in the first quarter.
Little counter here over on the near side of Davion Jones. Jones breaks the tackle, still running, and Jones drives ahead, and he's going to be close to a BFA first down.
Boy, I think he's got it, Tate. We'll see. No, chains are moving.
Chains are moving, so Jones needed 5. Looks like he picked up 5 or maybe 6. And the Bob Whites knocking on the door here with 1:10 remaining in the first quarter.
Yep. I don't think they're going to need an atlas. They're in a place they haven't been a lot this year called your opponent's red zone.
Came away with a couple of touchdowns last week. Trying to build off that this week. Mercier splits out wide on that far side. That's Anderson split out wide on the near side. Back to pass. It's going to be Swinger over to Jones, and Jones going to get stopped in the backfield. That actually wasn't even a pass. That was just good thing Jones held on because that's a lateral and certainly was going to be considered a fumble if he didn't hold on.
Hey, like you said, we still got the ball and we got 3 plays.
Clock does run as Jones was tackled inbounds here. Probably last play of the quarter. Looking at a 2nd and 15. Mercier splits out wide on that far side. Again, Anderson splits out wide on the near side. Rutland showing blitz right up the middle. And down he goes. LaRiviere. No room to run on that one again. There's a blitz right off the center. And Bob, go ahead.
Oh, it did a good job holding on to the football, Tate.
Absolutely. Clock shows 000. That will do it for the first quarter. Our score, Rutland 13, BFA 0. You're watching BFA Bob White football on Northwest Access TV. Welcome back, everyone, here to the Collins Pearly Sports Center in St. Albans. Tate Brooks, Joe Luno on hand as we look to begin the second quarter of play. Bob White's with the ball, but down 13-0. Looking at a 3rd and long. Back to pass and going up to jump ball on that far side of the field. Incomplete. Looks like that was for Corey McNulty.
Yeah, had 2 Rutland defenders around him, Tate.
Well, 4th and 25. Again, it's not going to be a surprise here for Rutland that BFA will be looking to throw it up and make something happen.
Hey, you get a catch, you get some illegal contact. You're not in terrible field position.
So here we go, 4th and 25. Mercier split out wide here to the near side. Anderson, the slot man, here to the near side. Blitz is on. They're not going to give him much room. throws it up. It's a jump ball, and it is intercepted down at the 5. Turning it upfield here for Rutland. Out to the 30. It's a foot race out to the 50. And, a hit and forced out of bounds. On the interception was actually their quarterback, Spallier, on the... And apparently a flag on the play, Joe. See, I can locate it down at around the 40-yard line. Roughing the passer, I think, will be the call, Joe. It's going to wipe out that interception.
Yep, and is that an automatic first down? I'm
No.
not sure.
No, it'll be 15
It's a
yards.
15-yarder.
It'll be 4th and 10, I think, once we're...
I promise before next season I will read the headmaster's rule book.
There are no... So I can help you out. There are no automatic first downs in high school football. It's just 15 yards. If that gets you there, you're good. If you're still short, you're short.
So if you're burnt on a 40-yard bomb, just trip the guy up.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Well, that's the way it goes.
Same thing with college, though, by the way. So here we go. It's going to be should be fourth and 10.
Roughing the passer on Rutland will be a 15-yard penalty, and it'll bring up 4th down and 7 to go.
I'm going to say 4th and 7, so must not have been quite 4th and 25. But now officials got to get things straightened away here with the chains. Well, now they're saying first down. I don't think that's correct. Yeah, now the officials pointing over to the chain crew saying, hey. Yeah. They're showing first at 10. Don't understand. All right. There's officials saying 1st and 10. I like to hear about this one after the game. There's a snap. Handoff here to the near side. BFA will take it, and Porter Sweeney, no gain on the play. Yeah, that's a bizarre one. I don't get that one. But, hey, again, BFA will take it, Joe.
I stand here confused.
All right.
So we're getting a clarification here. It turns out roughing penalties do constitute a first down.
Sets up a 2nd and 10. All right, 3 receivers set here to the near side. Bob White's knocking on the door here, Joe. Ball spotted at around the 15-yard line. Back to pass. Looking, fires it in the end zone, and high and incomplete. Pass intended for Josh Anderson, but well out of bounds.
Yeah, really would have had to thread it in there. Anderson was by the near side back cone and relatively well defended. Bob White's going to get a couple more cracks here and can get a first down without getting touchdown tape.
3rd and 10. McNulty splits out wide on the far side. Merkier, slot man on that far side. Anderson splits out wide here to the near side. To the air again, hawks it up in the end zone, and it is intercepted by Rutland in the end zone. Phoenix Ballet Downs with the interception in the end zone, and the Bob White's drive comes to a close.
Hey, it's the same young man who had the interception wiped off the board a few plays ago. On a positive note, there's no return of this one. It's just going to be a touchback for Rutland.
Let's take a moment to thank our community sponsors that make our live sports coverage possible. Splish Splash Clean and Clear, Northwestern Rehab Services, Notch Vermont, My Healthy Vermont, JC Image, Stones Auto, St. Albans and East Fairfield, and Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness Center. Back out on the field, it's going to be a handoff here to the second man through, hacking to have the first down and more. Stutter Step still racing free and picking up gain down the field and into BFA territory. Number 28, Grady Gallagher on the big play.
Eventually taken down by number 23, Davion Jones. But whatever's going on that left side, BFA needs to work with it, Tate. They're getting killed there.
Saw it in the first quarter, and they keep going back to the well. Handoff again here to Gallagher on the left-hand side, and once again gashing them for 7.
Trombley with the tackle there, number 52. But if you look between Trombley and the next Bob White in, there had to have been 3 yards in between them.
Rutland right to the line of scrimmage. I formation just overpowering this BFA defense. Hands off once again to Gallagher. Gaping hole between the tackles. He picks up 10 yards and a Rutland first down.
Yep.
Rutland moving quickly and efficiently.
You know, as a rule of thumb, you don't want to see D-backs making a lot of tackles on a running plays, Tate. It's not a good sign.
Back to the line of scrimmage. Handoff once again on that far side, and breaking free for Rutland, number 22. That's Jin Graham, and Graham taketh the distance for a Rutland touchdown. Jaden Graham, 35-yard touchdown run, and a Rutland extends their lead to 19-0.
Rutland is lined up to kick the extra point.
Wyatt Fuller for the PAT. Here's a snap. Fuller's kick is up. It's high enough, and it is good. Our score with 9:41 remaining in the first half. It's Rutland 20, BFA 0. You're watching BFA Bob White football on Northwest Access TV. Welcome back, everyone, here to the Collins Pearly Sports Center in St. Albans. Rutland extends their lead. Joe, Bob White's had a good drive last go-around offensively, just couldn't quite convert. See what they can do this time.
Yeah, we've seen flashes of some good stuff here from the Bob White's offense, Tate.
Line drive kick, first time we've seen that here this evening. Jonas Wagner trying to corral the football. He does at his own 22-yard line.
And he did the smart thing, Tate. He just kept possession of the ball. He didn't try to get cute and pick up a couple of yards.
So we'll see what the Bob White offense can do here. Again, it was nice to see him move the ball down the field here this last possession, even if they came up empty-handed.
The Bob Whites have certainly had more success in the air this evening than they had in the running game.
Yeah, they haven't been able to generate anything on the ground here this evening.
You know, first play of the night, got 5-6 yards on a Davion Jones carry, and there's really been nothing since then.
2 receivers, top of your screen here. Handoff over on the near side. Ooh, brutal hit. And it's going to be a loss on the play. Again, number 23, Davion Jones, sophomore, takes a heavy hit. And, you know, again, just in the trenches, Joe, Rutland having their way with BFA this evening.
They're just not, Jones picked up one block there, and then next Rutland defender just came in on and beat it on him. I mean, you need some help there.
And Rutland, again, in the trenches, they've just been able to stay on the ground, Joe, offensively, and just gouge BFA on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, Rutland's thrown for, I think, 2 yards so far tonight on one attempt.
3 receiver set for the Bob Whites, top of your screen here. Back to pass. Looking, little screen over on that far side, incomplete.
I think Rutland got a hand on that one. Looked like number 88.
I think Porter Sweeney was the intended receiver, but you're right, Joe. Somebody got a hand on that ball.
Going to have what's a 3rd and long. Clock is stopped at the incomplete pass.
All right, here come the Bob Whites. 2 receivers set here to the near side. Josh Anderson splits out wide on the far side of the field. See what the Bob Whites dial up here. Back to pass, fires it over the middle of the field and incomplete. Going down to try to grab that football for BFA, I believe, was Jonas Wagner. No, I'm sorry, that was Josh Anderson. So Bob White's forced to punt away here. Bob White's going to force to punt away here. High snap, under pressure, gets it away. And it'll take a fortunate Bob White roll. And touched at the Rutland 34-yard line.
All right, gives a Bob White's a decent punt. Let's see if we can get a hold. We did have a hold in the first series in the Bob Whites, forcing a turnover.
True. But no Rutland punts this evening.
There have been no Rutland punts. I have not actually seen a opponent punt here in a few quarters, Tate.
All right, we're down to 8:37 remaining here in the first half. Rutland with a 20-0 lead. Long count. There's a snap. Second man through. That's Jaden Graham, and Graham is to the near side. Graham picking up speed. Graham with a stiff arm. It steps out of bounds at the BFA 21-yard line. And the Bob Whites, again, having no answers here against that Rutland offense.
No, I mean, he was eventually forced out by Anderson. But, I mean, frankly, if Anderson didn't have the sideline to work with, I think he'd probably be in the end zone right now.
1st and 10, right to the line of scrimmage. Graham gets the call again. This time, Bob White's able to saddle him up, but frankly, he still picks up 3 on the carry.
Yep, looks like Bob White. Contact was initiated by number 20, Porter Sweeney there.
Graham will go out for a breather. Check in for Rutland will be number 28, Grady Gallagher. Gallagher's had success thus far this evening as well, though, and he'll take the pitch over on that far side.
He ran to the right side of the field.
Stiff arm, still running, though, has the first down and more. And Graham through second, third, fourth effort down around the BFA goal line.
Hey, Tate, there were at least 3 Bob Whites there had an opportunity to keep that gain minimal. I don't know what to say.
Tackle.
That would be useful.
All right, here we go. 1st and goal. Ball spotted at the 2-yard line. There's a snap, and we got a timeout. What do we got here? Timeout by BFA defensively. If your business would like to help sponsor our live coverage, please reach out to Paul Snyder at Northwest Access TV. Check out their website for more. Details, northwestaccess.tv. We'd also like the Northwest Counseling and Support Services at the Afterglow Foundation. The 2 organizations have been working to prevent suicide deaths in our community. If you are concerned about yourself or a loved one, there are people in our community that can help. Reach out to NCSS 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on its confidential emergency services line at 802-524-6554. Then press 1. Or you can always call or text 988. One call, text, or chat could save a life. Back on the field here, Rutland looking at a 1st and goal at the Bob White 2. Motion in the backfield. There's a snap. Second man through. And that is a Rutland touchdown. Grady Gallagher takes it in from 2. And Rutland extends their lead.
Boy, I'm glad I'm not playing against Gallagher in my fantasy league. I got his 3rd touchdown.
There you go. Fuller out for the PAT. He's been successful on all but one this evening. Trying to connect on his third. It is down. Fuller's kick is a line drive kick, and that one is no good. With that, we'll call a quick timeout. Our score was 7:43 remaining in the first half. Rutland 26, BFA 0. You're watching BFA Bobwhite football on Northwest Access TV. Again, senior night here at the Collins Pearly. 12 Bobwhite seniors playing their last home game. They do have one more game, though, on the season where they'll be at Essex next week. One of those seniors, Gordon LaRaviere, hands off straight ahead. And that is Porter Sweeney picking up a couple, maybe three.
One of the better Bobwhite runs of the evening so far, Tate. The clock running towards 7 minutes here in the first half.
Here we go. 2nd and 7. Two receivers set here to the near side. Blitz, and LaRiviere not able to hold on to the ball, but we got a flag on the play.
Look like some happy feet.
And we've got our first illegal procedure call against the BFA offense today. To your point, Joe, it hasn't been penalties doing in the Bobwhites this evening, so.
It is not. That was a... although that's kind of indicative of what we've seen a lot of this year. You know, Bobwhite's had a modest and reasonable 4-yard gain to start the series, and they just got marched back 5 years and a false start.
The receiver set. Hand off to Sweeney on that far side. Sweeney gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Well, Joe, Monday, big day where the Montreal Alouettes host Ottawa up in Montreal. It's Canadian Thanksgiving on Monday.
Yeah, is that going to be Molson Stadium?
Yeah, the game will be at Molson Percival Stadium.
That place will be packed.
It's already sold out. Sack on the play by Rutland. Gavin Hughes in.
I think you're going to need to see BFA punt here.
I think you're right.
Now that's the Grey Cup Eastern Final.
No. That's the Alouettes will be hosting the Grey Cup final, but that's not until November 8th or 9th.
This is the end of the regular season?
They got a couple weeks ago. Here's a snap. Heavy pressure, but the punt is away. Takes a BFA bounce, splits the punt returners, and downing it for BFA is number 20, Porter Sweeney. No, I mean, Alouettes already wrapped up the first round bye, and they'll host the Eastern Conference Finals, so I got to believe they got a couple games left in the regular season.
Yeah, I haven't. The last time I visited was I believe, Indigenous Peoples Day game. It was pouring rain. It was a few seasons ago.
The weather was frightful and not delightful.
No, it was not.
Handoff here once again by Rutland. Straight ahead to number 22, Jaden Graham. Graham picks up 6, maybe 7 on the carry.
It was raining so hard, you couldn't tell if you were, consuming your beverage or just having rainwater going in your mouth.
Handoff straight ahead and bursting free and is Jaden Graham again, and Graham is going to take it the distance. Give Josh Anderson credit for BFA. That wasn't Josh Anderson. It was number 31 for BFA.
We believe it was
Wilder Mudgett. But again, long touchdown for Rutland, who is running away with this one literally and figuratively with a 32-0 lead. Did I say tomorrow? I meant Monday if I said tomorrow for some reason.
I think you said Monday.
Yeah, okay.
CFL?
Yeah.
Yeah, the CFL tends to shy away from Sundays once the
NFL gets cracking.
Yeah.
Kick is up and good. With that, we'll a quick timeout. Our score here with 4:38 remaining in the first half. It's Rutland 33, BFA 0. You're watching BFA Bob White football on Northwest Access TV. Welcome back, everyone, here to the Collins Pearly Sports Center in St. Albans. Rutland with a significant 33-0 lead as they kick away, line drive kick, and will be fielded at the 15. Turning it upfield, I believe it's Porter Sweeney, and Sweeney out to the 36-yard line. So nice return by the sophomore. Yeah, if you're curious, Joe, the Eastern Conference Finals is Saturday, November 9th. 3 o'clock game. I actually got my tickets. Handoff over on that far side. Davion Jones, and Jones stacked up the line of scrimmage. Maybe picks up 1, maybe 2 on the carry.
Yeah, we'll have to see where the spot is. Yeah, they're going to credit him with 2. Well, the CFL has kind of funny rules, so depending on how teams finish in the East or West, you can have an Eastern or Western team slide over to the playoffs on the other side.
Correct. For like the last playoff spot, if the team or the East or West has more points in the other conference, they take that spot. That's true. 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Caught is made by Corey McNulty, and he's going to be close to a first down by that spot, Joe. I would say he has it.
Looks like he's got it. And he's in bounds. Clock will be running.
Any thoughts on the baseball playoffs thus far?
Hey, I mean, the Mets were something like 20 and 33 or 31 before they had there was some kind of intro involving Grimace.
Grimace, yes.
So apparently it's a season of the Grimace for the New York Mets so far.
Does McDonald's get like some sort of cut out of that?
I can only imagine. But so what do we got? We got Mets and the Dodgers and the Cleveland Indians and the Yankees. That's what we're down to.
Josh Anderson with the nice reception and run sets up a 2nd and about 3.
I'm sure New Yorkers would like to see a Subway Series.
Well, saw that back in, 99, I believe, 1999, where the Yankees were victorious in 6 games. I seem to recall.
Yep, that's the only meeting of the Mets and the Yankees in the World Series.
Was it 99 or 2000? It was 2000, I'm sorry.
Maybe
it was in 2000. It was 2000.
And, hey, the Mets just snuck in there. They usually have a way in those situations of finding a way to lose, but not this year.
Handoff over on the near side, I believe, to Jones. Nothing there.
Jones on the carry, brought down by number 24, Ethan Riley.
Going to bring up a 3rd and short as we run toward 2 minutes here in the first half, Tate.
Three receiver set here for BFA to the near side. Mercier split out wide here to the near side. Back to pass. Under heavy pressure. Just gets it away and incomplete, out of bounds. Clock will stop with the incompletion at 1:40.
Hey, Larrivee did a good job to try to deliver the ball there, Tate. It was also good to see him rolling to his throwing arm side. You know, when he rolls to the left, it makes it really tough for him, and we see a lesser opportunity for there to be a positive play in those scenarios.
So here we go, 4th down. Bob White's going for it. In Rutland territory at the Rutland 45. Rutland shows blitz again.
Got a flag.
Ball is caught by Mercury. It looks like he'll have enough for the first down, but Joe is spot on. There's a flag on that far sideline.
I'm guessing it looks like offsides in Rutland, but we'll have to see.
Either way, clock stops with the penalty call. Illegal procedure, so that's coming off the board, that critical first down. So the Bob Whites converting on a 4th and 5 and wiped off with an illegal procedure penalty.
Well, we've still got an opportunity. We'll have a, what is that going to bring up?
Fourth and
10,
4th and 9, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Always taking their time in the huddle. Clock does restart. I wonder if they'll run the clock down, take a timeout and punt away and try to go in the half with the score as is. So timeout taken by BFA with 1:04 showing here in the first half. Any sense when next series get underway in baseball in the playoffs? Probably
Well,
like Monday, Tuesday.
Cleveland, Detroit just played today. So yeah,
Cleveland won today?
Cleveland won today,
Okay.
7-3, something like that. It's kind of rooting for that Detroit team. I mean, their entire team payroll was less than that of a dozen players or so individually left on teams, on other playoff teams.
Huh.
Yeah, they were running around a $22-23 million payroll.
So there is no floor in MLB?
There is no floor in MLB. It's one of the few sports, and that's a big reason why you see, some teams that really have a miserable time of it almost every year.
See the White Sox? I don't know what their payroll was, but geez, they were pretty atrocious.
Boy, that was that's pretty tough to watch.
I saw like one of their games that got rescheduled for some reason, and it was an afternoon game midweek, and there were literally like 600 people in the stands. Somebody showed a photograph online.
I mean, 100-loss seasons are tough to watch for your club in Major League Baseball, but
sack on the play by Rutland.
I think Larrabee was down before that ball came loose.
Yes, I think you're right. You were saying 100-loss seasons are tough, but then you're going to say
the Chi Sox were like 120-something. It's one of the worst seasons in Major League Baseball history. There was a season, and actually they changed the rule way back in the day, when the Cleveland Spiders were owned by the same fellow who owned the Boston Red Sox, which is actually how Cy Young got to the Red Sox. So it took all the talent from the Spiders, put them on Boston, and the Spiders actually, I think, is a winning percentage, or loss percentage, are the worst team in baseball history. It happened in the 1890s.
back on the field here. We come back to baseball later, but on the field, handoff straight ahead to Gallagher, and Gallagher stacked up after about 5 yards with under a minute to go here. And Rutland's calling a timeout. I mean, really, Mike Norman? You got a 33-0 lead, and you're calling a timeout? Okay.
I had an opportunity to speak with a member of the Burlington South Burlington coaching staff during the Powder Puff game a couple of weeks ago, and this was a very similar scenario to what we're seeing with this timeout. And I'm like, there's some things are just bad karma, Tate.
Well, we'll see what happens. So, pivoting back to baseball and the Cincinnati Spiders, they were basically using the Spiders as the
it's a farm team.
As the farm team.
It's
for
a
the
Cleveland. It's a Cleveland Spiders.
Cleveland. I'm sorry.
I use the wrong club. It's the Cleveland Guardians now.
Correct.
My mistake if I use their former name.
I formation in the backfield, handoff straight ahead to the second man through. That's enough for the first down.
So why would you call a timeout to then run a play in the eye?
Well, I mean, to be fair, they have been gouging the BFA defense on the ground. There's a snap, handoff here to the near side, and a stiff arm, and busting. Oh, nice tackle. Well, I guess it was such a nice tackle. It was probably a face mask, I guess. Flag comes out. That was Grady Gallagher on the carry, and I think they're going to tack 15 onto that. That was probably, I hate to say it, that probably saved the touchdown. You don't like to see penalties such as that. Oh, wait, are they picking it up? Oh, they're picking it up. Okay. So Rutland right on the ball as they try to tack on a late touchdown.
Well, they're picking it up. That clock should be ticking. All right.
I formation in the backfield, handoff straight ahead. That's Gallagher again. He's going to be close to a first down, might have it. They're down to 24 seconds, 23 seconds. And, yes, let's see. They'll move the sticks for a first down. And, yes, Rutland needs to use a timeout with a 33-point lead.
If you wanted to get into a little minor trickery, you got to talk to some of these Bob Whites. You got to tackle in that situation. If it takes you another second and a half, 2 seconds to get up, that's okay.
Well, Rutland used their timeout anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So I believe Rutland has one timeout remaining. Rutland looking to go up 40-0 at the half. It's clear that Mike Norman, is looking at a high over/under heading into this game. All
right. Well, Rutland has thrown the ball exactly once in this first half, Tate.
Well,
I wouldn't expect them to do it here.
Haven't had to. 22 seconds remaining here. 1st and 10 for Rutland. There's a snap. Pitch to Gallagher on that far side. Stutterceps lowers his shoulder, dives ahead. He's going to be close to a first down. Down to 17. Clock is ticking. Down to 14 seconds. Rutland right on the ball here. Again, I think they have one timeout remaining. 8 seconds. And again, a pitch to Gallagher on that far side. Stutterceps has the lane. Gallagher spinning free, and Gallagher down to about the 5-yard line. First down, and the clock goes. So, unfortunately for Mike Norman, he doesn't get his touchdown he was looking for before the half. The Bob White defense holds. Our score at the half, Rutland 33, Rutland 0. You're watching BFA Bob White football on Northwest Access TV.
Yeah, and we're going to
like it's origami. Kisses to my exes who don't care about me. Kisses to the next ones who think they can live without me. They make up and break up and they swear they never call me. But I still keep their number in the necklace. Kisses to my exes happens every time. I don't mean to be cold, but it's how I get.
The Weldon Theater. We've got some reports of some ghostly activity happening here.
Like real ghosts?
Don't get scared already, Paul. We haven't even gone in there.
I wonder if the concession stand's open yet. Come on, gang. Let's get going.
So you're the team that's going to solve our spooky situation?
That's us.
I don't even know why the city hired you. I mean, old buildings like this have spirits wandering all over the place. This is a waste of time.
Can I be scared now?
All right, gang. We got a mystery to solve. Let's split up. Josh, you and I will take Theater 3. Dino, you've got concessions in Theater 1. Paul, you got Theater 2.
Seriously? We're splitting up? It's a small theater. Can't we just stick together?
No, come on, Josh.
Find anything yet?
No, but keep your eye out for anything suspicious.
What was that?
Oh, I got a Halloween ringtone.
And that?
Oh, I got notifications too. It was a bundle.
And that?
Not me. Follow that non-Halloween ringtone looking thing.
Hey, Paul. Concession stand checked out. Didn't see anything, so I came in here to look for you.
Did you bring anyone with you?
No, why?
Then who's
This is the spot, gang. The Weldon Theater. We've got some reports of some ghostly activity happening here.
Like real ghosts?
Don't get scared already, Paul. We haven't even gone in there.
I wonder if the concession stand's open yet. Come on, gang. Let's get going.
So you're the team that's going to solve our spooky situation?
That's us.
I don't even know why the city hired you. I mean, old buildings like this have spirits wandering all over the place. This is a waste of time.
Gotta be scared now.
All right, gang. We got a mystery to solve. Let's split up. Josh, you and I will take Theater 3. Dino, you've got concessions in Theater 1. Paul, you got Theater 2.
Seriously? We're splitting up? It's a small theater. Can't we just stick together?
No, come on, Josh.
Find anything yet?
No, but keep your eye out for anything suspicious.
What was that?
Oh, I got a Halloween ringtone.
And that?
Oh, I got notifications too. It was a bundle.
And that?
Not me. Follow that non-Halloween ringtone looking thing.
Oh, hey, Paul. Concession stand checked out. Didn't see anything, so I came in here to look for you.
Did you bring anyone with you?
No, why?
Then who's
Welcome back to the Collins Pearly Sports Center in St. Albans. Tate Brooks, Joe Luna on hand. Joe, your thoughts on the first half?
Hey, I mean, the score is 33-0, Tate. Bob White showed some glimpses on the offensive side of the ball. Had a couple nice passing plays. I mean, defensively opened up the game with forcing a turnover. Davion Jones forced a fumble, and Rutland's just run all over him since then. I mean, out of those 33 points, you have 2 yards represented in the air from Rutland.
BFA to kick off here to start the second half. Underway, end over end. Kick will be fielded at the 20-yard line. Turning it upfield here for Rutland out to the 35-yard line is number 12, Cillian Wood. So a decent return by Wood. And we'll see if we see changes here from that Rutland offense. My guess is not here to start the second half, judging on how Rutland was trying to end the first half.
Yeah, I mean, that's certainly not something I would suggest doing. You know, you're up 33-0 going into the half, trying to pump another touchdown, Tate. Looks like Gallagher here is on the left side, and it's a track mate.
And Gallagher down to about the 15-yard line, where now they're going to mark him out around the 20-yard line. So one play and about 50 yards for Gallagher in that Rutland offense, where, again, they have just been, hate to say this, but just blowing BFA off the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, especially on the left side of the ball, which is where that play just ran.
Up under center. High formation, handoff again to Gallagher. Gallagher again gaping. Oh, I mean, Joe, you and I can run through that, and it's a touchdown.
Yeah, Anderson was in a situation last Bob White between Gallagher and the end zone, and he just got run over.
2 plays in 24 seconds.
I believe Rutland are the Raiders again this year. I mean, was it? What?
No,
are they the Rutland still?
They're just Rutland.
They're the Rutland Rutlands?
It's just there's no mascot, as there has been lots of, I was going to say dialogue. That might be too friendly of a term.
There were meetings.
Lots of discussion. How about that? Disagreements. Kick is up and good. Yes, lots of disagreements on the mascot, so still no name.
So PAT attempt good by the Rutland Rutlands.
So that extends the lead to 40-0 now. Again, running time comes into play. I think if you're up by 35 if a team is up by 35 in the fourth quarter, it's automatic running time. I think if you're down by 35 in the third quarter, you can choose, if you're the team that's down, to run the clock. Although that's not, you don't usually see that. So
no, I would assume Coach Sabo would like to see his squad get some reps here.
Yeah.
Look to improve on some things.
Well, and that's a fair point, Joe. I mean, let's face it. This is going to be a challenge the rest of this game. Next week, they're going to be facing Essex, which one of the top 4 teams in the state. That's going to be a tough game. You want to get your reps in, certainly for the seniors to get some remaining plays in, but also for, again, a lot of juniors, an extreme amount of sophomores on this team. I mean, every play that you run this year is help for next year.
Absolutely.
High end over end kick over on the far side of the field, fielded at the 10-yard line. Turning upfield is Sweeney. Sweeney bounces off one man down to about his own 30-yard line. So Porter Sweeney on a nice return.
Yeah, Sweeney's had a bunch of nice returns tonight. That has not been one of the Bob White's issues.
All right, let's see what the Bob Whites can do offensively, Joe. They did have a few drives there in the first half where they were knocking on the door, but just not able to finish to get a touchdown.
Yeah, he had a nice catch by Anderson. He had a couple pass interference plays.
Mercier splits out wide here to the near side. Josh Anderson, the slot man in the trips formation. Handoff is going to be straight ahead. Again, nothing on the ground here. Again, just Bob White's overpowered.
Looked like Jones there for no gain.
No gain for Jones.
Jones off the right end. No gain on the play.
All right. Bob White's break the huddle. 2 receiver set here to the near side. Bobbled on the snap. Handoff does go to Sweeney again, and Porter Sweeney loses his cleats on the grass and heads down for a loss of a couple. Sets up a 3rd and call it 13.
See, I expect to see McNulty split out here, Tate. See if he appears in the field. 3rd and long for the Bob Whites.
Thean McNulty is split out wide here to the near side. Matched up in one-on-one coverage. Rutland player in a 0 zone defensively. Or jump ball. McNulty's got it for the first down. Good call, Joe. Nice catch by the senior, Corey McNulty.
Into Rutland's territory here, Tate.
So Rutland was playing straight up man. There was no safety back, Joe.
And I'll tell you, if you do that with McNulty, he's just physically a lot bigger than what your D-backs are going to be in general.
Now they take McNulty, split him out on the far side. Give him a little room this go-around. Handoff goes straight ahead and picking up, I think, a couple on the play. Was that Sweeney?
It was Sweeney.
Sweeney with a couple, maybe call it 3. So, yeah, it looked like they were running a cover 0. Maybe it was a cover 1. Maybe the safety was down a little bit further. But, again, they were, allowing BFA to stretch the field, and BFA took that opportunity.
I'll tell you what they were doing. They were coming for Larrabee. This didn't happen that time.
Well, they have taken their shots at him. Again, showing blitz right up the middle again. Handoff here. Oh, no, play action pass, and McNulty makes the catch again. And he'll have the first down around the 21-yard line. And
it looks like number 80, Wyatt Fuller from Rutland, coming up a little limp. He was first man on McNulty.
I think McNulty's foot came down right on top of. Is Porter Sweeney? Is he in? Touchdown, BFA!
All right.
Porter Sweeney takes it around the end, and the Bob Whites put 6 up on the board. Well, Joe, we saw some spots of life in that first half offensively for BFA, and then some connection passing-wise between their quarterback, Gordon LaRiviere, and their big tight end, Corey McNulty, really making the difference on that drive. Kick is up for the PAT, and it is good. With that, we'll take a quick timeout with 6:34 remaining in the third quarter. Our score, Rutland 40, BFA 7. You're watching BFA Bob White football on Northwest Access TV. Welcome back, everyone, here to the Collins Pearly Sports Center in St. Albans. Joe, your thoughts on that offensive drive by the Bob Whites?
Hey, we ran the ball around a little bit. The key play was a hook up to McNulty on a 3rd and long. There was another pass to McNulty that was completed. And most importantly, no procedural penalties for the Bob Whites there, Tate. Culminating with the Sweeney run-in for the touchdown.
Kick is away. High end over end kick. Failed it at the 20-yard line. Turning upfield on that far side. And bursting free on the kick return is Gallagher. And Gallagher, it's a foot race to the 10. And Gallagher is going to take it the distance for a Rutland touchdown. Well, Rutland has 2 scores in, Joe. Not the result you wanted, but I guess we'll see everything this season, right?
Yeah. The kickoff team hasn't gotten a lot of work this year, and it kind of showed on that one tape.
I mean, you can tell Gallagher, obviously tremendous athlete, very fast, and 5 touchdowns, as you noted, Joe, in the game. At some point, you got to think they'll give him a breather. Kickoff now on the far side of the field, and here comes BFA, and ball is down on the turf.
Like Sweeney again.
Sweeney on the return, and Rutland has the ball. Fumbled on the play, and the Rutland offense, which didn't even get on the field off the kickoff, now will have an opportunity.
Well, there's not much to say there, Tate. But, if I was a Rutland
you'd have
coach,
maybe an old Homer Simpson saying, like, "Go."
that's about right. If I were the Rutland coach, I would just, some of the guys that have really brought it this game, I'd be thinking about giving them a little break. It would be unfortunate if you had some freak ankle sprain or something. And,
well,
you obviously don't need them for the rest of the game.
Absolutely. I mean, at this point in time, Rutland's looking towards the playoffs, right? I mean, they want to be in the position to compete. CVU, top dog, undefeated. Rutland only 1 loss, though, and again, that was in Essex in overtime. So, we'll see. It looks like I can see Gallagher still out there. First and 10 here for Rutland. Handoff here on the near sideline. Stacked up, number 17, Griffin Norton. So we do have a new ball carrier in the game.
Yeah, Norton listed here as a wide receiver.
Norton's first carry of the game. But Gallagher is still in there. He's in that kind of fullback position and that I formation. Rutland now taking their time at the line of scrimmage. We've got, all right. Handoff once again to Norton on that far side. Norton breaks a tackle, now turns it upfield, and Norton is gone. Look at his speed. Touchdown, Rutland.
Yeah, BFA just needs to contain that sideline, Tate.
On the left, Joe. On the left.
On the left. Why? Hey, look, if I were Rutland, why would you go anywhere but the left?
Rutland very left-handed this evening.
Until BFA can show you they can do something about it.
All right, 53-7, 5:24 remaining here in the third quarter. Fuller in. Do we have Fuller in for the PAT?
Looks like a different kicker.
Yeah, it is. See if we can catch a number. The kick is up and good. I believe that's number 29, Quincy. Joe, I'll let you pronounce the last name.
Quincy Brutton Miso.
All right, we'll go with that. Thank you, Joe.
And Quincy's family, I apologize if I was off there. It's my best effort.
We'd also like to thank Northwest Counseling and Support Services and the Afterglow Foundation. The two organizations have been working to prevent suicide deaths in our community. If you are concerned about yourself or a loved one, there are people in our community that can help. Reach out to NCSS 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on its confidential emergency services line, 802-524-6554. Then press 1. Or you can always text 988. One call, text, or chat could save a life. All right, Bob White return team getting some work this evening. Got the Jay Giles band playing in the background.
Yep.
Briefly.
I believe the Angel is a centerfold.
Blast from the past. That was back in the 80s, right?
Yeah, let's see. Rutland's had a couple of squib kicks here and a bunch of long ones.
See if they try an onside kick, Joe.
That wouldn't surprise me.
That's what we've seen. And the ball is fielded but automatically down once your knee touches in high school or college by Porter Sweeney. Well, not sure what Mike Norman had for the over-under tonight. He must have had a high over.
Yet he must have.
All right, Bob White offense back on the field. Josh Anderson splits out wide on that far side. It's going to be a two-receiver set on that far side. There's a snap, handoff, or end around here to the near side. That's Davion Jones. Jones picks up a nice 8, maybe 9 on the carry.
I'll tell you, I know we haven't seen him much this year, Tate, but if Jones breaks containment, he's got some serious wheels.
Jones, one of those sophomores that we've talked about this season.
He was close there.
Yep. Give him a credit of 9 on the carry. Sets up a 2nd and 1. Two receiver set on the far side. Blitz by Rutland. Nice pass completion to Sweeney, and Sweeney turns it upfield for the first down. Again, Rutland showing a blitz up 54-7.
And Sweeney avoided the first would-be Rutland tackler there, Tate. Otherwise, I don't know if that play would have been a first down. Nice play. Good solid 10 yards after catch there.
Absolutely. And you like to convert on those when the defense is still firing blitz plays at you. It's interesting.
Hey, it's a great way to get him to behave a little better.
There you go. Josh Anderson splits out wide here to the near side. Back handoff here to Jones. And Devion Jones picks up 4 on the carry.
Hey, Bob White's moving the ball here a little bit in the second half.
4 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. There's a snap. Handoff here to Jones again on the near side. Stutter steps. Nice move. Ball is loose. Fumble on the play. Looks like
oh, I'm sorry, Tate. Looks like the Bob Whites are getting it back.
Do have a Bob White player, number 74, on the recovery.
Keegan Fortier.
So Fortier,
thankfully, was aware of the ball behind him and able to retain possession for the Bob Whites.
it is a first down for BFA. Ball spotted at the Rutland 49. Porter Sweeney splits out on the far side along with Rathburn. Jones 6 handoff again. Stutter steps, cuts across the grain. And there goes Davion Jones. Jones to the far side. Now it's a foot race. And this is one that Davion Jones will take down to the 1-yard line for BFA.
Hey, like I was saying a few plays ago, you let Jones break containment, Tate, and he's going to take you for a ride.
Well, and it's nice to see he's got some vision, Joe, and he's got the ability to cut back across the grain, right? If he sees that opening start to develop in a different direction, he does a nice quick move.
But you got to give the guy something. Okay.
You need a little bit of room to run, to maneuver. Rathburn splits out wide on the far side. First and goal for BFA. Jones with a handoff. Stutter steps, makes one defender miss, drives ahead and down to about the line of scrimmage once again. Down to 2:23. Quarterback Gordon LaRiviere with the play call. Makes his way into the huddle.
Wouldn't be surprised if it were McNulty time here, Tate. Let's see.
Well, you believe that's...
No, we got number 85 split out left.
And we got too much time, I think. Yeah. Dead ball, too much time by BFA. 5-yard penalty will march them back. Set up a 2nd and goal from about the 9. Well, if you're looking to throw the football, it gives you a little more room to maneuver around with.
But that was actually number 85, Donovan Rathburn, split out left.
Yeah, Rathburn's checked in here a couple plays ago. Rathburn split out wide here to the near side. There's a snap, play action, handoff on a counter. And I think that's Wagner. Not a whole lot of running room there in between the tackles. Wagner, a junior. .107 to go here in the third quarter. We'll see running time in the fourth. Ball spotted at the 9-yard line. We got confusion. Yeah, in the huddle. We got a timeout taken by BFA. With that, we'll take a quick timeout here ourselves. Our score, Rutland 54, BFA 7. You're watching BFA Bob White Football on Northwest Access TV. Welcome back, everyone, here to the Collins Pearly. Bob White's looking at a 3rd and goal from about the 8. And we've got legal motion. It's going to be another 5-yard penalty for the Bob Whites. And the head coaching staff for BFA is just like, it's got to be very frustrating. You use a timeout, and then you have a false start coming out of the timeout. You just...
Yeah, these dead ball
frustrating.
fouls are
frustrating.
They're murder.
So, Bob Whites were looking at a 1st and goal from about the 2. Now they're looking at a 3rd and goal from about the 15.
They're still going to get 2 cracks at it if needed, Tate.
Indeed. 58 seconds showing on the scoreboard here in the third quarter. They're going to roll 3 receivers here to the near side. There's a snap. Looking here, and incomplete pass was intended for number 20, Porter Sweeney.
Well, that makes it a little tougher, Tate, because you need to get in the end zone here.
4th and goal.
Bob White's could line up for a field goal attempt.
It's not looking that way, but I guess they could.
Now, what the heck? You know, give them a rep.
Get some practice in. 3 receivers set here to the near side. There is a snap. 4th and goal under pressure, and ball's in the end zone, incomplete. And the Bob White offense will turn it over on downs.
It looked like Merker was the nearest Bob White. Appeared to be the tended receiver.
50 seconds left in the third quarter, then we'll go to the fourth. All right, back on the field here. I formation in the backfield. There's a snap. Handoff here to the near side. Stutter step and minimal gain. Again, I believe that was Norton on the carry. And
it was Griffin Norton, Tate.
I think that he went down kind of hard, so he's down on his back. Officials blow the play, then we'll take a timeout. With that, our score, with 40 seconds remaining in the third quarter, Rutland 54, BFA 7. You're watching BFA Bob White Football on Northwest Access TV. Welcome back, everyone. So it was an offensive lineman down for Rutland, got up under his own ability. I formation in the backfield. Quick pitch on that far side, stutter step, and no gain on the play. Good job defensively by number 52 for BFA.
Yeah, that was Trombley, Tate. We've seen him up here in the booth a couple times playing the anthem on the sacks.
We got a flag on the play, though. Minimal gain. The officials don't want us to get to the fourth quarter running time. It's clear. Personal foul, face mask against BFA. Will be 15 yards. So penalties not apparent for the Bob Whites in the first half have certainly appeared in the third quarter here, Joe.
It's unfortunate.
And not in a helpful way.
No, the Bob Whites actually picked up a couple of pass interference plays that helped them in the first half a bit.
Handoff here to the near side, and stacked up again is Norton for no gain. 5 seconds, and that should do it on the third quarter. Horn sounds. That will do it. Our score for the third quarter of play, Rutland 54, BFA 7. You're watching BFA Bob White Football on Northwest Access TV. Welcome back, everyone, here to the Collins Pearly Sports Center in St. Albans. As we begin the fourth quarter of play, again, will be running time. Rutland with the ball, facing a 2nd and 10 at their own 30. I formation in the backfield. There's a snap, handoff to the second man through. Minimal gain, call it maybe 2 yards. Going to be 3rd and 7. And, Joe, if the Bob Whites can hold, we will see our first punt from Rutland this evening.
We could. We saw an unemployment claim from the South Burlington punter here a couple of weeks ago. He did not have an opportunity to punt.
But let's take a look here. 3rd and 7. I formation in the backfield. Long count. There's a snap. Handoff to the second man through. Penetration defensively by BFA. Excellent job there by number 42, I believe.
It was. Number 42, Colin Horgan, a freshman take.
So Horgan with the big stop in the backfield. That was Norton on the carry. And for the first time this evening, Joe, we're going to see a Rutland punt.
It would appear that way.
We'll see what Mike Norman,
Yeah.
if he goes into this bag of tricks.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Norman was calling a timeout with 12 seconds left or something in the first half, so I'm not going to put anything past him quite yet.
I think he'll punt away here.
He should. He should.
Looks like we got Porter Sweeney back deep for BFA. Sweeney backs up, signals fair catch, and holds onto the ball. Almost. He had to kind of dive for that. So held on. It gave me a few butterflies there, Joe.
Well, here's the deal. If you're calling for a fair catch, you don't got to worry about the guys coming, or you shouldn't.
You just got to focus on the ball, right?
That's the purpose of a fair catch.
Kind of like a can of corn?
Yeah, something like that.
1st and 10.
Nice punt, though. Punt had some hang time.
Did. So, all right, we'll see if the Bob Whites can make something happen here on this offensive series. Got down into a 1st and goal situation, but came away empty-handed on their last drive. Handoff over on the near side to Le'Veon Jones. Jones pushing the pile ahead and picks up 5 on the carry. Sets up a 2nd and 5.
And despite the scoreboard, the Bob Whites have moved the football around a little more here in the second half, Tate.
Yep. Devion Jones will line up right to the left of his quarterback, Gordon Livrier. Blitz on the play, and Livrier gets it away, and intercepted off the deflection. Number 19, Braden Jansen, the man on the spot. So Riviere, Joe, under a blitz, did a good job getting the ball away, but the ball was deflected into the air and into the waiting arms of number 19, Brandon Jansen.
Not quite. I mean, he got away. Larrabee got away from the blitz and made the play to Jones. Ball popped up in the air, and if you're a receiver, you like to catch a ball, but if you're not going to catch it, you definitely don't want to pop it up in the air because that's a likely outcome in what we just observed.
Well, good news is running time here at this point, so
there's that.
And the sun will come up tomorrow.
It absolutely will.
So 1st and 10 here for Rutland. Ball spotted at the BFA 38-yard line. I formation in the backfield here for Rutland. There's a snap. Handoff here to the second man through. Bursting free for the 1st down. Joe, I'm going to rely on your eyes for the carrier here.
Boy, they have it obscured. I believe it was number 25. Micah Perez.
Perez on the carry. Good for the 1st down. Rutland right back to the line of scrimmage. Again, I formation. That's what we've seen Rutland running all evening. Long count. Rutland more than happy to just take clock at this point in time. It will be a nice ride home along Route 7 this evening for Rutland. Handoff again to Perez. Perez stutter steps, drives ahead, picks up 5 on the carry, setting up a 2nd and 5.
So, they could take 7 the whole way, but they could also take the interstate.
Well, I could say this time of year, Joe, it's so scenic. But I suppose when it's, 8 o'clock at night and it's pitch black, the leaves just don't pop the way they do during the day. Again, Bob White's on the road next week. They'll finish the regular season at Essex. Let's see. I'll take a look here in regards to who Rutland will wrap up against. They haven't played CVU yet, and my guess is that's who it is. Handoff on the far side, and still fighting for the first down.
Looks like Perez again. Looks like he's going to be around a first down. We'll see where they mark it.
So taking a look at the standings coming into tonight's action, CVU was undefeated 6-0. Essex in second at 4-2. Rutland 4-1, technically 5-1. They had an out-of-state win, so that doesn't count in the standings. They're in third. Burlington, South Burlington 5-1 in fourth. Middlebury 4-2 in fifth. Hartford also 4-2 in sixth. St. Johnsbury 3-3 in seventh. Mount Anthony currently holding on to that last playoff spot in the 8th seed at 2-4, even with their loss against Rice last week. Back on the field, snap, handoff again to the second man through, and going to be close to the first down. Burton, who's been a power over the last number of years, winning a few Division I championships, on the outside looking in at 9th place at 1-5. Brattleboro still looking for their first win of the season, 0-5. And then again, BFA still looking for the first win this season as well.
Interestingly, it looks like Rice, even with that loss to BFA Fairfax today, maintains first. And
this is before the game against.
Correct, but if you look, they're. Oh no, I take that back. There are a couple other clubs in.
You got to go by not the record, but by the quality points rating, the QPR. And my guess is between what Bellows Falls did today and what happened with Rice, we'll see. So I had an opportunity to catch up briefly with Brad Ravlin, one of the assistant coaches for Rice, before the game tonight. Obviously, they were a little disappointed, but hey, if you're going to have some warts and see some warts, you want to see them during the regular season and not in the playoffs. And again, BFA Fairfax undefeated, so solid, more than solid, an excellent Division III program, likely the contender for Division III this year. But I know he's hoping, and the team is hoping to finish in the top 2. So we'll go through the Division II standings here momentarily. And this is coming into this weekend, I should note. A lot of BFA connections with that Rice football team. High snap, able to get it down, and no gain on the play. You've got Chad Coffey, who is the head coach at Rice. His father, longtime St. Albans Steeler coach, Rob Coffey, who assists. Brad Ravlin, I mentioned, who also assists. So in that Division II tier, Rice coming into this weekend was number 1, Bellows Falls number 2, Fairhaven number 3, Linden 4, Colchester 5, Mount Abe 6, North Country 7. They're the defending Division II champs down in 7th. Union, or U32, I should say, at 8th. MMU, they picked up their first win last week against BFA at 9th. Milton at 10, and Spalding currently winless in 11th. That's Division II.
However, Spalding did pick up a W against the Missisquoi T-Birds today.
Well, so they're off the schneid.
Win, but they are off the schneid.
So the Spalding Crimson Tide off the schneid. They get their first win. And certainly been pulling for head coach Anthony Labor up in MVU. Obviously, they still are putting that program together. I know they have a new youth program, which will absolutely certainly benefit the high school squad. I know he was very happy about that.
Yeah, I believe that got rolling this year. I mean, you had a lot of players who were putting pads on for the first time
in high school
varsity football team, and
makes it tough. Yep. Sets up a 3rd and 5. 2:30 to go here. Handoff to the second back through. No gain on the play.
Number 51 from BFA, Evan Judd, all over that one today.
Good job by Judd on the stop.
And I can tell you, Horrigan, number 42, Colin Horrigan, since he's been inserted in the game, his number's been called a lot.
So call it 4th and about 7. 2:08 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Again, running time. There's a snap, back to pass, looking, fires our far side, and the pass is complete. I think they're just short of the first down, though. I mean, come on, man. Joe, it's 54-0, and Rutland's passing the football.
That was the second Rutland pass attempt of the night.
I mean, I'll let it go. They turn so credit to BFA's defense. They stop them. The pass was completed, but they stop them short of the first down.
Yeah, but I mean, if they want to do low-class stuff like that, that's their business.
Turn the ball over on downs.
The running clock, the Bob Whites should have, short of them scoring here, Tate, should be the last possession of the game for either club.
So Bob Whites will start this drive at their own 10-yard line. Long count, there's a snap, handoff here to the near side to Jones. Jones stutter steps, makes a nice move. Jones still wandering free, and Jones out to the 25-yard line, steps out of bounds, will not stop the clock. I should note, not with running time. So Bob White's probably 2 more snaps remaining here.
Okay, I don't have the yardage numbers here, but I think Jones has actually put together an okay night for himself now on the ground. Respectable one.
2 receiver set here to the near side. Le Riviere, shotgun. Handoff to Jones on that far side. Stutter steps, makes one defender miss, gets back to the line of scrimmage, down to 15 seconds, 14. We'll see if the Bob Whites can get one more playoff. Under 10, may not.
There appear to be in no hurry to line it up, Tate. I think that's going to be it.
The clock winds down on senior night in St. Albans, and that will do it, Joe. Your final thoughts?
Hey, the 4 games we've done here at the Collins Prairie, I think the young Bob White's team, and I think they've shown some progress in many facets of the game. I would be looking toward next year for a more competitive Bob White's club, certainly.
All right, Joe, thank you. It's been fun calling the games with you this season. Our final score here from the Collins Pearly Sports Center, it was Rutland 54, BFA 7. Everyone, thanks for tuning in, and have a great night.